So today, after a while again, I came for a walk outside. I was thinking to go to the gym, but then I don't have enough time because it's about 1:45, and then after this I have to take a shower, then pick Alice up from her after school, and then take her for a doctor's appointment. So then I was like, okay, I gotta do something because it's last few days I've been thinking to go to the gym or come out for a walk, but I didn't have the chance. Sometimes you just gotta push yourself. I think it was Monday or something. I went to the gym and I had to really push myself. I remember one of the things I used to do is when I was very, very regular at gym, maybe like 10 years ago, I always did some exercise, but at that time I was very regular at the gym, maybe 4 or 5 times a week. My own rule for myself was don't skip gym more than 3 days in a row, because by the third day, if you skip, then the fourth day is harder. So even if you skip 2 days, that's okay, but on the third day you got to do something. So I think I had to get back to that. Either it's walk or going to the gym. I don't remove my glasses for the video. It's good to see my own eyes when I'm talking. So yeah, I think I had to do that because now the weather is not that bad. It's sunny, but not too bad. It's 78 degrees Fahrenheit here, Fahrenheit here, but there is little shade here and there at the trees. There's a creek here, but it's like lots of willow pads and stuff. It's kind of dirty now. Normally it's much clearer though. And the path looks like this, the one I'll be walking. I'm gonna go a little further, and there are some houses over there, like townhouses over there. I may go until there and then head back. If I can, my plan is to do a 30-minute walk, but even if I do 20 minutes, I'll be happy, because anything is better than not doing at all. So I'll take I just have to, I think, make it a habit that most of the days I do that. A friend of mine keeps talking about sometime, even if you don't have the time, just go out for 5 minutes. Even if you're out in the deck, just do that, fresh air. Even 5 minutes of fresh air helps, and it's totally true. So wherever you are, even if you want to change up things a little bit, just go out. I would say even 1 minute helps, because when we get into the autopilot and our thinking, feeling, and action, it all goes in a cycle. And to break that, we have to do something different. And this is something different, something that I'm not doing every day. And then if I do this every day and that becomes a good habit, at least I'm fortunate enough that when I kind of tried to do the exercise, going to the gym at noon, I did it only for a few weeks, like on a consistent basis. That's not every day. Somehow it did become a habit, so the time when it gets around 12 o'clock, it reminds me of the gym. Similarly, the morning video journal that I make, it's been 3 months, soon it'll be 4 months. So in the morning, as soon as I have my coffee, kind of reminds me of making the journal. And as part of the journal, I sometimes think about, what am I going to talk about tomorrow? So it helps me to focus on the positive, which is good, because even though we wanted, sometime our mind keeps going in cycles. And before going to bed, if you can do gratitude for getting up from bed in the morning, if you can do gratitude, it helps. But we don't always remember to do that, right? So this kind of things helps us to keep the focus no matter what is going on in life. We continue to focus on the good, because when we focus on the good, more good happens. And you know, life will continue to teach us lessons. It's important to live an observer life, which I was talking about this morning too. No blaming, no criticism, and no judgment, right? Because it's the important part which just came to my mind is not only ourselves, not only us that we are here in this world to learn. Everybody is here to learn. And you know, in a classroom, if you think of it, some students may take a little longer than the others to learn the same thing. And so when we think about that in our life, it helps us to be more kind, more gentle and understanding, to have more patience for us to have for the people around us. If they're your friend, your coworker, partner, kids, right? It's the same lessons, but it could take different people, different time, length of time. So this is how it looks like here. There's some townhouses and there's a little bench over there, and the creek continues. I may go sit down on the bench for a little bit. Here there's no more trees, so not much shades anymore, but the sun is not too hot. It's not too bad. These townhouses are pretty nice. They have flowers and nice deck, and they have this good view of the creek. Anyway, so yeah, so a lot of this is like, you know, when we think back and remember that is a learning lesson. Everything in life is a learning lesson. It just makes it a little bit easier when the lessons are harder. It makes it a little bit easier to go through those lessons, and remembering that, you know, all the lessons are not going to be hard. There will be times when we are in our comfort zone, something that we have done before, and it won't be as hard. But important part to remember is also that the simple lessons, it gives us rest, and the tough ones is what really teaches us. So if we want to learn and grow, as hard as it may sound, we have to look forward to the tough lessons in life, because that's what helps us to grow. And more growth and learning that we have, actually we can have more happiness too. And the logic behind that is, I know it sounds weird, but the logic behind that is, goes back to that pleasant, unpleasant, and neutral feeling in Buddhism. Because more we know how to navigate challenges, the smaller challenges become a neutral feeling. It doesn't bother us as much. And more neutral feelings there are, more chances of us to change it to a pleasant feeling, right? Because from unpleasant, it doesn't directly go to a pleasant feeling. It's like unpleasant, neutral, and pleasant, right? If you think of it like you have headache, and this is, even if it's a little headache, it's unpleasant. But then at some point, if you start having lots of headache, the little headache doesn't bother you as much, and then it becomes neutral, and that neutral can become a pleasant feeling. I'll give you a real life example. 5-6 years ago, I had bad acid reflux. Thankfully, it's all better now. And I love drinking coffee. I don't drink a whole lot, most of the time, just 1 cup in the morning. But I absolutely love drinking that cup of coffee. And I could not drink coffee. My doctor said not to when I had acid reflux, and it took a while, changing meds, changing regular doctor traditional meds to Ayurvedic, and then eventually I had to eat only boiled food, no pepper even, so no spices. But eventually it got better, and in the meantime I was not allowed to eat a lot of things like tomatoes, tomato sauce, and especially coffee in the morning. That was so hard. I remember that I would even fill up hot water in a cup, especially in winter time, because I was missing that hot beverage in the morning, especially when I'll be working. I need that something hot, and I would just drink hot water. But then when I started drinking coffee, it was, I think, almost after 3 years, and at that point it was not neutral. It was like pleasant feeling. It was so exciting because I felt grateful every single day, and for a long time I kept reminding myself that I'm so grateful. I think I'm gonna head back. Yeah, it's gonna get too hot if I keep going over there. I think it's been about 12-13 minutes. If I go back, yeah, it'll be about 20 minutes walk altogether. Not too bad. So yeah, so it was really from unpleasant. It went to pleasant in that coffee situation. But with different things, as life moves on, we forget those little things, and sometimes now it's a neutral feeling that, oh yeah, I'm just drinking coffee, but I don't really remember to be grateful for that, because it was a while ago when I was able to start drinking my coffee. But that neutral feeling, when we remember, can become a pleasant feeling. So yeah, it's important to remember that in life, when things go in a direction that you have not thought of or didn't even have in your wildest imagination, and especially the traumatic experiences, which I feel like I had late last year. There's a saying that time heals everything. There are different people who would say differently. Some would say time heals everything. Some would say with time. I think it was the way it resonated with me the most is in one of the Christmas movies. It's called Little Boy Called Christmas. It's Alice and my favorite movie. We actually watched that movie in July as part of Christmas in July celebration. We didn't do much other than that. But anyway, so in that movie there's a little fairy, and she tells that little boy about, because his dad dies in that movie,